Hi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Um, this is Lisa. I want to make sure that you guys can see me and hear me. Let's see. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh, all right. Can you hear me in stereo now? Okay. All right. So I think we're good to go. Okay. So I'm so excited. I am going to share my screen. Present everyone. You should be good. You should see my screen here in a second. I have a little bit of a cold, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time if I sniffle or cough. Sorry about that. All right, so today I want to thank you so much for being with me. I know that your time is very valuable, so I appreciate you taking an hour out of your Sunday afternoon to spend it with me. Today I wanted to talk to you about the 3 steps to get you into profit mode fast. Even if you're brand new, and how you can quickly and easily begin signing up new customers. So before we get started though, just curious, how would you feel if every day you woke up to people reaching out to you? What would an additional 5 to 10 targeted leads per day for your business mean? And what would your business look like if you could attract 1 leader into your business this month? What if you could replace your current income and you had unlimited freedom? How would that make you feel? Listen, if you have ever struggled to find time to work enough hours and reach enough people to hit your financial goals, and you feel like you're missing something to get the results that you desire, I know exactly how you feel. So I am a wife and a mother. I'm a fitness instructor and a former healthcare worker, and I am a recovering spammer. Yeah, I was that person that posted my product and business links all over social media, sent those messages to people that say, join my team, buy my products, until my family and friends wanted to unfriend me and block me. And some of them did. So I was really tired and I was frustrated because I was working countless hours and I wasn't seeing any results. I was ready to quit. But then my business and my life changed. I discovered a better way to market myself and my business, and finally, all the pieces began to fall into place. So here's just some pictures of, I've had the opportunity to train with some of the highest paid earners in the industry. We have a beautiful houseboat on Lake Shasta. We spend our summers out there on the lake, and life is good. I've hit new leadership levels. You see me on stage there with Kate McShay. I generated over 130 leads for my business in one day. I've made it on the top of the leaderboards, and we have some multi-million dollar earners on this company. So making it to the top of any leaderboard in this company is a great accomplishment. I was really proud of that. So you're probably wondering if this training is for you. Well, if you're a business owner and you want to build your unique brand online, then this training is going to be for you. If you want to stop chasing people to buy your products, then this training is going to be very helpful to you. If you want to get more leads, more sales, and more customers online, then this training is for you. If you've seen people making full-time incomes leveraging the internet, and deep down you know that if they can do it, you can do it too, you are absolutely right. If you want to get endless leads online, this webinar could save you years of wasted time and hundreds of thousands of dollars in business mistakes that most entrepreneurs make when they come online. So if you've tried to market yourself online and you failed, take a breath of fresh air because it is not your fault. With all the hype, ridiculous bogus marketing claims, and overwhelming information online today, it's amazing that anyone can figure this online thing out. And you know what? I applaud you for not throwing in the towel because that takes guts, passion, and dedication, and you have earned my respect. Look, I get it because I have been there, trust me. I've struggled to build my business online. I've accumulated over $15,000 of debt trying to build my business, and I have felt beaten, broken, and lied to, and it sucked. I remember trying to get leads, bugging my family and friends, cold calling, approaching strangers at the grocery store, countless home parties, spending hundreds of dollars on events, business cards, newsletters, and flyers. Imagine for a minute that type of life, day in and day out, unable to get consistent leads to build my business. I had no idea what I was going to do. I had the dream to make a better life for myself and my family, but I was unable to figure out how to do it. So as you can imagine, I was in massive pain. But not to worry, because by the end of this webinar, you will feel better and you will have answers, real answers on how to get unlimited leads for your business. Imagine that. Imagine what it would feel like to uncover a real blueprint and proven roadmap to get leads every day for your business. I know what you're thinking. Could this be true? Because that's the same question I asked. Could this really be true? And will it really work for me and my business? Absolutely. Now, I could tell you stories about all the people that have been generating leads online, over 2.5 million leads online, and how some of them have grown into the highest paid marketers online. But you know what? It really isn't about them. It's not about the leads that they've generated. It's not about the money that they have made. And it's not about the successful businesses they have built. Because this is about you. It's about your business. It's about your bank account. It's about how you can generate leads for your business, how you can have customers come to you to purchase your products, and how you can get an endless supply of customers so that you can make more money in your business. Imagine just for a minute what it would feel like to be able to understand real marketing and generate your own laser targeted leads online to the tune of 5 to 10 per day. To be able to build a profitable long-term business, have time to travel, have the freedom to spend with your family because you took control of your business and learned how to market. So here's what you're going to learn today. You're going to learn the simple 3 steps to get into profit mode. You're going to learn how you can quickly and easily turn your cold market warm, even if you're brand new. How to build your unique brand, how to attract your ideal customer, and the #1 tool you should be using on Facebook. So there are 3 steps to get you into profit mode. You need to build your audience, engage your audience, and then you can promote to your audience. And if you've been on any of my trainings before, this is not the first time you've seen that, but we're going to break each one of these down. So why Facebook? Well, I like Facebook because it is easy to use. You can reach millions of people through it. It's visual. You can build communities and you can run your business from your phone. There are over 1.8 billion active users, and the average Facebook user has 130 friends. They say everyone on Facebook is connected by an average of 57 degrees. Facebook adds 500,000 new users every day, and Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp handle 60 billion messages a day. But it's important to keep in mind that Facebook is an extension of who you are. It's a platform for you to cultivate relationships and a place for you to engage in conversation and share experiences. It is a powerful tool for building a long-term success. So the first step in first step to getting yourself into profit mode is to build your brand and identify your target market. So let's talk about why your brand. Well, a well-defined brand will attract people to join you, and your brand, your personal brand, is a valuable element of your marketing. Your brand makes people more interested to find out more about your business, and it shortens the lead generation process. So the first step in building your audience is personal branding and identifying who is your ideal customer. It's important to keep in mind that you are not the company, okay? But you are what makes your business different from the thousands of other reps in your company, or even the thousands of other reps in companies similar to yours. So when you create your own brand, you form a bond with your prospect that is so strong, they choose you. They're not just choosing the products or the company, but they're choosing you. And your personal brand will actually attract customers to you. So there's a couple of questions you need to answer when you're creating your brand. Who am I? Who are you? What do you want to stand for? Who do you serve? And how will you serve them? And then knowing who to talk to is so key in your marketing. It is a key piece of the marketing process. So identifying who your ideal customer is critical so that you're getting the right message to the right person. So who are they? Who is the ideal customer for your products or services? And where do they hang out on social media? It's important to know that so you know where to find them. And what are their pains, struggles, and fears? Because if you can provide the solution to their pains, struggles, or fears, you've got a customer for life. Other information that it's really, really helpful to know when you're marketing is who are the leaders in your market and who are your competitors and what are the trends in your niche, because you can incorporate all of that into your marketing and your branding. So places to research about your ideal customer. I usually use Google to do some research about my customer, to help me find out what their pains and struggles are, where they might be hanging out. Amazon.com, do searches in Amazon, because when you do a search in Amazon, the most popular searches that pop up on Amazon, they pop up first, so you know what people are looking for. You can get an idea of what solutions they're searching for on Amazon. And YouTube is a good way to not only do some research on your ideal customer, but also who your competitors are and who the leaders are in your niche. So you can see what other people are doing for their marketing. And then Facebook has some great search tools on there to help you. Once you know who you're looking for and where you're looking for them, you can use the Facebook search to find them, find out where they're hanging out. If we have time, I'll go into Facebook and I'll give you some examples. And then you need to engage with your audience. So that means making connections, real, true connections. Be authentic, be real. The idea is to build rapport, to build a relationship, to establish a relationship, engage with them. So not just, talking to them on Messenger, but also engaging with their posts on Facebook, and nurture that relationship so that you can grow your network. And then follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. So making connections. Okay, don't be weird when you're making connections. That's rule number one. Don't be weird. And don't talk about your products or business. This is all about just forming a relationship, getting to know your prospect. So you need to ask questions and be more interested in them. Okay, don't be interesting, but be interested in them and what they have to say, because they're going to tell you what they're looking for. They're going to tell you what they need, what their dreams are, what their fears are. And then you can use that as part of your marketing. And be genuine, because people can tell when you're not being authentic. And do it without any expectations. Make connections for the sole purpose of just meeting people, not, wondering if this person's going to buy your product, but making those connections just to get to know people. Now, building rapport and nurturing relationships, it takes time. That doesn't happen overnight. There's a little bit of instant rapport that you can do and I talked about this on the training I did last weekend. Things that you can look for that you can instantly build a rapport when you're reaching out to somebody. But nurturing that relationship is going to take time, but you can speed up that process by becoming a person of value, becoming valuable to the people, to those relationships that you're nurturing. So you build an audience and provide value by not posting about your products with links to websites, by not spamming your feed with your company news, okay? Don't be negative, don't be pushy, don't be controversial, and never, ever, ever try to convince, okay? Become a person of value instead. Know what your customers' struggles are, what their pains are, and what they fear. And then you can offer your products as a solution to those problems. And continuously seek knowledge and skills to increase your value, because you want to become the go-to person in your market. You want to be seen as the leader, the one that when anybody thinks of it, if it's skincare, when anybody thinks of skincare, they think, oh, Sandy, because I know she knows what she's talking about. Or if it's health and wellness, well, Brenda, because Brenda, yeah, I've seen her post on social media. She knows about that stuff. So you want to be that go-to person. And then you want to engage, nurture, and provide value to your audience. And there's lots of different ways you can do that. When you're thinking about how to nurture those relationships, think about what your strengths are. Is it video? Are you really comfortable doing Facebook Lives? Because if you are, that is a great way to nurture a relationship, to engage with your customers, with your audience. If you're not real comfortable with live video, you can do recorded video and upload it directly into Facebook. Video is it's probably one of the quickest ways to build rapport with people, because they not only get to hear your voice, but they get to see you too. If you like writing, blogging is a great way to nurture relationships and to provide valuable content to your audience. Things that you can give away, like cheat sheets and ebooks, checklists, PDFs, those are all great ways for you to continue to engage your audience, nurture. You're providing value to them so that they see you as a person of value, as the go-to person. If you're building a list with email, you can build that rapport and nurture that audience by emailing them. Have a newsletter. Articles, they can be your articles, or you can share other articles that would be pertinent to your customers, something that they would find interesting. The big mistake that most marketers make when they come up to Facebook and social media is that they promote. They don't work on the building, they don't work on the engaging, they don't work on nurturing those relationships, they don't provide any value, they just promote. Why is that a mistake? Well, for one thing, people don't come to Facebook to be sold to. They come to Facebook to connect, to share, to entertain, or be entertained. And Facebook wants its users to contribute value and to connect with people. They want you to form connections. And that's part of the algorithm, is knowing who you're connecting with, who you're talking to, whose post you're commenting on or liking. Because the more you do that, the more people they're going to show your post to. If you're connecting and sharing with other people, they're going to show your post to all those people that you're doing that with. If you're sending messages back and forth, all those things affect that Facebook algorithm. So when you engage with your audience, you can attract customers to you. If you keep the focus on making connections and create curiosity, be positive and inspiring, and do what we like to call edutain. Educate and entertain at the same time, and be consistent. So creating curiosity is probably the number one way to get people to engage with you. I mean, we're just naturally curious. So again, Facebook is not a selling platform, it's a social platform. So it's all about engagement. It's about getting people to engage with your posts. So follow the 90-10 rule. No more than 10% of your posts should be about business. Excuse me. Instead, sorry, I had to take a little sip there. Instead, share stories. People love stories. Share stories that are engaging and that create curiosity. And then use calls to action that promote engagement, like comment below for more information. So to grow your network, you should shoot for at least 30 new friends a month. And really, that's not very hard to do. That's one friend a day. The more people you connect with, the more you grow your network, the faster your business grows. So if you can do more than one a day, then I highly, highly recommend that you do that. Because again, the more people you connect with, the more Facebook is going to show your post to. So set aside an hour a day just to find and connect with people. Start 3 to 5 conversations a day. Message anyone that likes, comments, or shares any of your posts and say thank you. Don't be weird. Don't pitch them. Just say thank you. Create a following and nurture it. Engage with your audience, build the know, like, trust factor, and be consistent, and you create a community. All right, so the promote to your audience. We haven't really gone into a lot of this, talked about this very much in the last few webinars I've done. So this is where we're really going to spend most of our time here, is in the promote to your audience part. And there's several steps to promoting to your audience, and not any of those steps is it to just post about your products on your social media, okay? We're going to break it down a little bit here, but that's not what we mean. That's not what I mean by promote to your audience. But there are several things you need to take into consideration. Monetization. How are you going to make money? How are you going to monetize? You need to build traffic. You need to be generating traffic. You need to be building a list of prospects. So growing your network, right? Have simple promotional content is very helpful when promoting to your audience. And you want to be able to measure the outcomes. So, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But so if you're looking at, let's say you're looking at growing your network, growing your audience, and so you want to start with growing your friends on Facebook. Write down what that number is you're starting with right now. If it's 200 friends, 300, 2,000, 3,000, whatever that number is of friends that you have right now, write that down. Today's date, write that down. And then work on connecting with 3 to 5 people every day and building that network. And at the end of the week, see how many friends you've added. That's a measurable outcome. But that number should always be going up. You should always be adding new people. You should always be making new friends, always making new connections. Because again, that's so critical to that Facebook algorithm. And it just gets more eyes on your posts, which is what you need to do. It's more advertising, it's more marketing, it gives you a bigger audience. So it's so important. All right. So create a powerful goal that you can work towards. And we like to use this acronym called SMART goals, so that your goal is very specific on what you're trying to achieve. And we're going to go into an example here in just a minute. That it's measurable, right? So you can measure the outcomes. You know where you're starting off, and you can see if what you're doing is being effective because you're measuring it as you go along. It's attainable. So set a goal that you can actually do. If 30, connecting with 30 people a month, if that's too many, if you don't think that's possible, then make it 15. Set something that's attainable. And make it relevant to what you're doing. Is it important to connect with new people every day? I mean, make sure that whatever your goal is, that it's actually relevant to building your business. And time-based, have a time factor. So, set a 1 week goal, or set a 30-day goal, or set a 3 month, or, a 6 months, but make them time-based. All right, so monetization. How will you make money this week? Okay, what do you have that you could sell to your audience today? And if you saw my post this last week, I talked about this. We all have that one thing in our arsenal, in our of products or services, that is either it's the easiest to promote, people like it, it's the best seller, maybe it's because it's not very expensive, I don't know. Everybody's got something, though, that is the easiest thing to sell. And so think about that. What could you be promoting to your audience right now that, it's probably not, if you have expensive things, it's probably not the $1,000 item. It might not be that. It might be the 25, but whatever it is that you could start, so you can start making money. And then again, how will you make money this month? So what are you selling for the next 30 days? Remember, measurable and attainable. So what are those things? It's going to be different for everyone, but we are going to go into a little example. Oh, right here. Know your numbers, okay? So let's say, and this is just an example, let's say you want to add an extra $1,000 a month income, okay? And you have a product that sells for $25. And that's a pretty reasonable price, right? Most people can afford a $25 product. So if you take $1,000 and divide it by 25, that means you have to sell 40 of whatever that item is in a month. You have to make 40 sales of that $25 product to make an extra $1,000 a month, okay? Now, let's say that you make one sale for every 10 people you expose to your product. And I don't know what it is. It's different for everyone, but whatever that ratio is, you need to know what that is. Maybe it's one sale for every 20 people. Maybe it's, but that's one of those things you need to measure. You need to know how many people you have to expose before you actually make a sale. Then maybe it's 1 in 3. I don't know, whatever it is. But let's say it's 1 in 10. So that means if you are trying to sell 40 items and it takes you 10 exposures to sell one, that means you're going to have to expose 400 people in the month to make $1,000. Okay, so does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And that's just an example. You may have a product that is $50 or $100. It's easy to sell. I don't know. Everybody's got different stuff. But whatever it is, figure it out, write it down, do the math, figure out how many you have to sell, know how many people that means you need to talk to. And now you've got a number to work for. So if you have to make 400 exposures in the month, you can break that down. You can break it down to by the week, right? So if you, that's 100 exposures a week that you need to make. And then you can break it down by the day if you want to. 100 divided by 7 is a little over 14. So it's 14 people a day. So now you know what you have to work towards. You have the numbers. You actually, it's concrete. You know what it is, which makes it, you can't obtain a goal that you can't see. You have to know what that goal is to get there. So what's easy to sell or what's popular, right? Promote something. Sometimes it's easier to promote something that's less expensive. You promote that. That's the thing that you're promoting, but then you can upsell to something that's, that is more expensive. And we talked about this in the beginning. Know what your competitors are doing. What are they doing? What are they selling? What is their price? What does their similar products do? It's really helpful to know what your competitors are doing because that tells you what the trends are and what's in the market. And offer a bonus with a purchase. Depending on what niche you're in, surely there's something you can offer, 10 steps to something, or a little short 30-second video on, how to apply the foundation, right? If it's a makeup or something. I mean, offer something else, something your competitors or even other reps in your company aren't doing to set yourself apart so that you stand out. All right, so you know how much you have to sell. You know how many people you have to talk to. You know you have to make an offer. You have to drive traffic to that offer. So where are you sending people? How are you getting people to see your offer? Lots of ways that you can do that. These are just some examples. Social media posts, and again, this isn't the here buy my product social media post. This is the build curiosity, share a story, ask people to comment for more information social media post, okay? Same thing with the Facebook Live, telling a story, creating curiosity, telling, with a call to action at the end. If you want more information, drop a 1 or comment below. You can do the same thing with the pre-recorded video if you're not comfortable with lives. You can create a lead magnet, and we'll talk about that here in just a second too. Doesn't have to be very complicated, but a lead magnet is basically a piece, something that your audience would find valuable, so valuable that they're willing to exchange their contact information to get it. We talked about calls to actions, right? Calls to actions to promote engagement. So drop a comment, drop a 1. And then ads. You can also run Facebook ads. You can do paid advertising to drive traffic to your offers. So we talked about email and kind of touched on it just a little bit. And I don't know that I've ever really talked about it much in any of my other webinars. So I thought we'd go into it a little bit more. Because I think this is one of the things that a lot of network marketers, they aren't doing. They don't really see the value in it, or maybe they don't understand how to do it. But there are reasons why this is really, really important. Building a list. If you've ever heard anybody say, are you building a list? That's a list of emails, a list of contact information. And one of the reasons it's so important and so valuable is because of all the things you're doing on social media, and even your company, the company website you have, any customers that you bring into the company, you don't own any of that, okay? That's all your YouTube videos, your Facebook page, Twitter, whatever, Instagram, all that stuff could be shut down. You don't own any of that, and you could lose all that contact information in your email list. That is the one thing you do own, and you can take that with you anywhere. So if you go to another company, or if you change fields, completely, whatever, it's yours. You get to take those contacts with you wherever you go. A lot of top marketers will say, I could lose everything but my list. As long as I have my list, I'm good to go. And once you have that list, once you start collecting those emails, you can engage with that list. You can follow up with that list. You can build rapport with that list, and you can sell to that list. So that's why that's why it's so important. And a lot of marketers don't do that. They're not building a list. They're just sending people to their website or placing an order, and not capturing that contact information so that you can follow up with them later, or so you can send them information later, or so you can tell them, hey, I just did this video, think you might like it, so you can stay connected to them. Okay, so to get you into profit mode and to keep you into profit mode, you have to know what your income producing tasks are. And these are, again, going to be different for everyone. But generally speaking, these are probably some of the most common income producing tasks. But anything that produces a lead, or a sale, I didn't put that on there, but anything that produces a lead or a sale is an income producing task. So whatever that is for you, if you are using videos or Facebook Lives to get leads or make sales for your business, that's an income producing task. If you're connecting with people on social media and sending them information, or collecting their information, or making sales, that's an income producing task. If you're having meetings in hotels, or home meetings, or at the pizza parlor, whatever, and that's how you get leads, that's an income producing task. If you're networking in groups or business pages online, and that's how you're making connections and exposing people to your products or services, that is an income producing task. So any of those things, I don't know what you're using for your own business, and then active prospecting. I'm going to break down active prospecting and passive marketing here in just a second. Hosting live events, calling leads or doing video chats, and then private messaging conversations. Those are all income producing tasks. All right, active prospecting versus passive marketing. Active prospecting is actually starting a conversation with the intention of seeing if the person you're talking to is actually a fit for your product or service. So that's actually having a conversation, whether it be through Messenger or on the phone or video chat, asking questions, seeing if trying to find out if somebody is at all in need of your services or would be open to hearing about your products or services. Passive marketing is putting content out there, like on social media or in an ad, or if you put flyers up or post have your business cards that you leave places. Anytime you're putting some information out there in the hope that someone will take some kind of action on it, like click a link or like call you or email you or comment, or that's passive marketing. Okay. All right, simple promotional content. I said we'd talk about this later. This has been one of the keys, probably played the biggest factor in building my business the last few months, is just creating simple promotional content. And I think next weekend I might actually do a webinar on how to create it or how I do it. But so a lead magnet is when you offer something of value to prospective customers in exchange for their contact information, and that is called generating a lead. Needs to have a perceived value to your audience, so they need to feel that it's valuable enough that they're willing to give you their contact information for it. It needs to be easy to distribute, so you want to have an easy way to get it to them. And it should be easily consumed. It shouldn't be 100 pages. It should be something simple. People love like checklists or cheat sheets. They love that. We want simple and we want fast. So think about that with your business. Could you do, a 10-point checklist on something that has to do with your business? Like, the 10 superfoods you should have in your diet every day if you're in health and wellness, or, 5 things you should be eating to avoid prematurely aging your skin, or something like that if you're in anti-aging, or if you're in travel, the 10 things that should be in your suitcase every time you go travel or something. I mean, I'm sure that you could come up with 5 to 10 things. You could create a checklist or a PDF or a cheat sheet on something that your customers would find valuable. And that just helps you. It's promotional, so it promotes you, it promotes your business without actually saying, what you're selling. And it helps you build authority. It makes you the go-to person. It makes you stand out because the other reps aren't doing that in your company, right? So it makes you stand out from the crowd. All right, let's see here. So types of lead magnets: cheat sheets, checklists, videos. You can even do videos, and they don't have to be long videos. People love short, a little 2-minute video, a how-to on something, it has to do with a product or service, or an audio. Facebook audio is coming. I don't have it yet. Do you have it? I've seen people with it. But if you're not comfortable doing videos, maybe you could do an audio. And ebooks. People love ebooks too. So, all right, so daily action tasks. Here's what we need to do if you want to get into profit mode, if you want to start making money. You need to be doing 3 to 5 income producing tasks every day. You pick what those are. They're different for everyone. Grow your audience and make new connections every day. Every day, engage with your audience, either by emailing them, through social media, by doing videos, and then follow up. You can't follow up if you don't have their contact information. So make sure you have a good way to follow up with people. And promotion. but not buy my product promotion, right? Personal development. How many of you are doing personal development? That's something that you should be doing every day, because the best investment you can make is to invest in yourself. And your business is only going to grow as much as you do. And measure your outcomes. We talked about this a little bit before, but I'm breaking it down here for you. So how many new connections did you make today, this week, this month? How many new friends have you added? The numbers, keep track of the numbers. How many follow-ups did you do? How many people did you contact to follow up with? How many people did you get on a phone call or a video chat? How many people did you expose to your products or opportunity? Actually keep track. And then celebrate every win. If you got somebody on the phone this week and you didn't get anybody on the phone last week, then that's a win. That's a win. Yes, if you expose somebody this week and you didn't expose anybody last week, that's a win. If you follow up, if you make new connections, if you add 5 new friends this week, celebrate every win. Keep a productivity journal where you can keep track of all these things. But don't beat yourself up. You know, if you miss a day, if you don't get anybody on the phone, if you don't expose anybody, you know, don't beat yourself up over it. Just do better tomorrow. Every single second of every day is a chance to turn things around. So if you didn't do it today, just do it tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow. All right. So have you gotten value so far? Has this been valuable to you? Yes, yes, yes. Good. Before we get to the Q&A, how many of you might be wondering how you can make things happen for you inside of your business right away? Here's the thing. I can't possibly cover everything inside of a 60-minute training. And there are always 2 ways you can do anything. You can go off by yourself, which will probably take you a lot longer and will be very frustrating, or you can lock arms with somebody who has already proven to make it work inside of their business. And you don't have to figure all of this out by yourself. If you're cool with it, I'd like to share with you a couple things that I'm doing. So that if you want to leverage social media and have more prospects find you, so that you can build your own list of red hot prospects who know, like, and trust you, so that you can sell more of anything to that list, who then become repeat customers and buy anything you have to sell, so that you can make more money, all while never leaving your home or having to bother your family and friends again. So that you can focus on doing the things you love, like spending time with your family and friends. Then this is going to be specifically for you. We are going to be starting our Facebook Marketing Academy again sometime in the next couple of weeks. There'll probably be a 2-week program. We had a lot of success with it when we did it before. We had like 150 people in it. Some of those people, if they followed through and they actually followed the plan, they started generating leads right away. And I just got notice one of them just signed up a new person into her business. So it's been very, very exciting. If you want more information on that, if you want to be kept in the loop, send me a message and I will make sure that I keep you in the loop. And then my goal is I want to help as many people as I can. So I have a special offer for the first 10 action takers. But here's the thing. In order for me to mentor you and share with you the exact process that I've been using to build my business online, you're going to need the same tools that I'm using. The same tools that help me generate over 700 leads from one post on Facebook. One post. That helped me break into another leadership level. Because there's always a slow way and a fast way for you to build your business online. And free is always the most expensive because it costs you one way or another. It costs you in money or it costs you in your time. And which one of those is more valuable to you? So I know time is of the essence for you, and you're probably wondering, how much time is this going to take? But what if there was a system that could literally shave years off your learning curve? Well, there is. There is a system with all the tools you need to build your business online. The same system that I used to generate over 1,500 leads in 1 week and sign up 2 new people into my business on autopilot. But you know what was even better than that is one of my new team members implemented the same strategies I use and signed up 2 new people into her business in the first couple of weeks. And my newest team members started generating leads for their business in their first week. And in fact, one generated over 100 leads in 24 hours. And like I said, she just signed someone up into her business. So it's very exciting. So what you get with this is a community and weekly trainings. We have weekly live trainings with 6- and 7-figure earners to get you more exposure and more eyeballs on your business from prospects who are ready to work with you. There's daily motivation and mindset. We have morning wake-up calls. We have a 24-hour access to a private Facebook community. This is a Facebook community that has 6- and 7-figure earners in it, and they actively participate in the discussions. Some of the tools that you get to build your business online is Funnelizer. That's what you use to create those eye-popping capture pages to get you more leads and more customers for your business. There's also a customer relationship manager. We call it a CRM to help you keep track of your leads. And it provides you with everything you need to follow up with your prospects, because we all know that the fortune is in the follow-up. And if you're interested, there's also blog development and hosting for your blog, so that you can build your brand and authority, elevating you to the leader that people will want to join. Every business owner, if you are looking to market your business online, you need the training and the tools that we just talked about. So what's it worth to you? Because what this can do for you is literally shave years off your learning curve, and you will compress time so that you could spend more time with your family doing what you love to do. Would it be worth $10 to test it out today? If you could get 3 to 5 new leads for your business every day, would it be worth $10 to you? Yes, 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 yes. You are obviously shaking your head up and down right now, because the answer is a resounding yes, yes, yes. Yes for you, and yes for your family. So I have some bonuses for you. If you jump on that 10-day trial today, you'll get a 30-minute onboard coaching session with me, my Facebook Live cheat sheet, a Facebook daily method of operation, and a getting started steps to fire your boss PDF. You get all those free if you jump on that 10-day trial today. Here's the thing though, I'm not a hard closer. I am not comfortable with that. And I've learned that I don't really want to work with everyone. So I am only looking to work with people that want to work with me. So is that you? You're ready. It's time to make a decision now. You're ready to say yes. Go to lisaemery.com/6figures. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got a lot of value from this training, and I am really looking forward to working with you. Here's some ways you can contact me. You can email me, lisa@lisaemery.com. You can text me at 530-710-8970, or private message me on Facebook. Or again, lisaemery.com/6figures. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope that was valuable to you, and I hope to I hope to see you on the inside.